Hello everyone, my name is Nadia, student number 187. Today we are going to discuss about the production of English vowels. Firstly, I'm going to explain you about the production of English vowels based on the height and frontage of the tongue and the position of the lip or the lip rounding. The first one is vowel height. The height of a vowel refers to the relationship between the highest point of the tongue and the roof of the oral cavity. If the tongue is raised so as to be close to the roof, then a close or high vowel such as E is produced. If the tongue is only slightly raised so that there is a wide gap between its highest point and the roof of the oral cavity, then an open or low vowel such as A results. Vowels produced with tongue positions between high and low are sometimes called mid, such as the vowel in the English word dress. Vowels between close and mid are called half close, or high mid, or close mid. The terms are interchangeable. Vowels between open and mid are half open, or low mid, or open mid. There is a direct connection between the height of a vowel and the frequency of F1. High vowel have a low F1 and low vowel have a high F1. The second one is vowel location. The location of a vowel refers to the part of the tongue which is highest in the production of the vowel. Front vowels such as E are produced by raising the front of the tongue towards the hard palate. Back vowels such as U are produced by raising the back of the tongue towards the soft palate. Central vowels such as the vowel in the Southern British pronunciation of the English word first are produced by raising the center part of the tongue towards the junction of the hard and soft palates. A short mid-central vowel, termed schwa and symbolized a, is in fact the most frequent vowel in English speech. It is heard, for example, in the first syllable of about, the middle syllable of photograph, and at the end of soda. Again, this aspect of the articulation of a vowel is reflected in the spectrum. The frequency of F2 is high for front vowels and low for back vowels. The last one is lip position. The position of the lips is the third factor which controls vowel quality. For most purposes, a two-way classification of rounded versus unrounded is adequate. Rounding the lips makes the mouth opening smaller, and this, as we saw with the experiment with the mug, has an effect on the resonant frequencies. Rounding the lips lowers all pheromone frequencies, the most important effect being on F2. Thank you. Then the next subtopic will be explained by my partner.
Okay, the second topic is other things of false classification. There is four classification. Number one is in the stability of articulation. Number two is in the tongue position. Number three in the lip position. And then the last is in the character of the vowel N. Okay, number one is stability of articulation. All English vowels are divided into three groups: pure vowels or monophthongs, diphthongs, and diphthongoids. Monophthongs are vowels, the articulation of which is almost unchanging. The quality of such vowel is relatively pure. In the pronunciation of diphthongs, the organs of speech glide from one vowel position to another within one syllable. The starting point, the nucleus, is strong and distinct. The glide which show the direction of the quality change is very weak. In the pronunciation of diphthongoids, the articulation is slightly changing, but the difference between the starting point and the end is not so distinct as it is in the case of diphthongs. Number two, tongue position. The tongue may move forward and backward, up and down, thus changing the quality of whole sound. When the tongue moves forward and backward, first part of it may be raised in the direction of the palate. When the tongue is in the front part of the mouth and the front part of it is raised to the hard palate, a front vowel is pronounced. When the tongue is in the front part of the mouth but slightly retracted and the part of the tongue nearer to center than to front is raised, a front retracted vowel is pronounced. When the front of the tongue is raised toward the back part of the hard palate, the vowel is called central. When the tongue is in the back part of the mouth and the back of it is raised toward the soft palate, a back vowel is pronounced. When the tongue is in the back part of the mouth but is slightly advanced and the central part of it is raised toward the front part of the soft palate, a back advanced vowel is pronounced. Moving up and down in the mouth, first part of the tongue may be raised to different height toward the roof of the mouth. When the front or the back of the tongue is raised high toward the palate, the vowel is called closed. When the front or the back of the tongue is as low as possible in the mouth, open vowels are pronounced. When the highest part of the tongue occupies the position intermediate between the closed and the open one, mid-vowel are pronounced. Number three, lip position. The shape of the mouth cavity is very dependent on the position of the lips. When the lips are neutral or straight, the vowels are called unrounded. When the lips are drawn together so that the opening between them is more or less round, the vowels are called round. And the last is character of vowel end. The quality of all English monophthongs in the stressed position is strongly affected by the following consonant of the same syllable. If it is stressed vowel of followed by a strong voiceless consonant, it is cut off by it. In this case, the end of the vowel is strong, and the vowel is called checked. Such vowels are heard in stressed closed syllables ending in a strong voiceless consonant. H, better, card. If a vowel is followed by a weak voice consonant or by no consonant at all, the end of it is very weak and the vowel is called free. Such vowels are heard in closed syllables ending in a voice consonant or in an open syllable. Each, before, money, beggar, beer. Vowel length vowels are capable of being continued during a longer or shorter period. All English vowels monophthongs are divided into long and short vowels are. That's all. And the next topic is explaining by my friend. Thank you.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Fauzy Firdaus, number student 201. Okay, then the I want to talk about the subtopic articulatory description of vowels. Articulatory description of vowels divided into they are two divided into two. Number one, degree of lip rounding, and number two, degree of tension. Degree of lip rounding, there are two, such as rounded and unrounded, and degree of tension, there are two same, uh, such as tense and lax. The shape and position of the lips yields our third articulatory dimension, by which vowels are classified. The lips may be rounded or split in what is called labialization. Additional articulatory features describing vowel articulation are wide and narrow, tense or fortis, and lax or lenis. Additionally, articulatory features describing vowels articulation are wide and narrow, tense or fortis, and lax or lenis. Wide and narrow refer to the tongue root position. To form a narrow vowel, the tongue root is retracts toward to the pharyngeal wall and the pharynx is narrow. To form a wide vowel, the tongue root is advanced so that the pharynx is expanded. Tense and lax are less clearly defined terms. Tense vowels are articulate with greater muscular effort, slightly higher tongue position, and longer duration than lax vowels. Maybe that's all. Thank you. The next subtopic wants to explaining by my friend.
So, hello everyone. My name is Sakuni Trishna, and my last student number is 198. So today I'm gonna discuss or tell you about cardinal vowels. So there are three of the cardinal vowels, that is I, A, and U, that have articulatory definitions. So cardinal vowels is a set of a reference vowel used by phoneticians in describing the sounds of languages, classified depending on the position of the tongue relative to the roof of the mouth. The second is how far forward or back is the highest point of the tongue, and the last one is the position of the lips, either rounded or unrounded. So cardinal vowels are not vowels of any particular language, but a measuring system. However, some languages contain vowel or vowels that are close to the cardinal vowels. So there are three of the cardinal vowels, that is I, A, and U, have articulatory definitions. The vowel I is produced with the tongue as far forward and as high in the mouth as is possible without producing frictions. With spread lips. With spread lips, the vowel U is produced with the tongue as far back and high in with the tongue as far back and as high in the mouth as is possible. With protruded lips. The sound can be approximated by adopting the posture to whistle a very low note or to blow out a candle. And A is produced with the tongue as low and as far back in the mouth as possible. So the next subtopic also explained by me, and that is varieties of English vowels. So there are two types of English vowels. The first one is short vowels, and the second one is long vowels and diphthongs. So the first one is short vowels are no noticeable change in quality during their articulation. For example, there is pit, set, cat, dog, but, and put. And the second one is long vowels and diphthongs that change in length, quality, and gliding movement from one vowel to another. For example, pull, card, peace, say, buy, cow, eyes, and go. So I think that's all from my group or for our presentation. I hope you all understand the topic. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.